Plaintiff Jasmine Beverly grew up with the defendant, and eventually they started dating and she got pregnant. Jasmine claims the defendant's family convinced him that he wasn't the father of her son, but they stayed together until her son was 2 years old. Jasmine's suing him today for child support. Defendant Sean Martin says he and Jasmine were friends for years, but their relationship wasn't physical until one night when he was passed out drunk and Jasmine started having sex with him. Sean claims Jasmine constantly told him he wasn't the father, so he petitioned the court for a paternity test and is suing for emotional distress.
All right, start with you.
I've been knowing him for quite a while. I grew up with him in the same neighborhood. I went to school with a lot of his family. Eventually we started dating. I got pregnant with my son. He was okay with that. Then drama started happening. He had family members in his ear talking about the baby.
When you say okay, what do you mean by that? He was part of the child's life, he paid child support?
Like he was there for the most part. Like 50% of the time he was there as far as taking me to the doctor. All right. Helping me pick out a name.
Good.
Stuff of that nature.
Good man.
He had different family members stating that the baby wasn't his. I was a whore, just all different types of stuff that was put in his ear. Fine. When I ended up having my son, I ended up reaching out to him. He ended up coming because we weren't on good terms by the time I had my son. When I had my son, he was there. He cut the umbilical cord, helped me get him out of me and everything. He seen him, that's my son. He was fine. He's named after him. Later on down the road, we tried to make it work. We tried to make it work for at least 2 years on and off. It wasn't working. He wasn't keeping a job. He wouldn't even keep my son so I could go to work. He wouldn't keep my son. I was in school.
What would he do while you were at work?
I hang out with his family. Like he liked to run the streets. He was young. He hung out with his family a lot.
Sir, let me hear some testimony from you.
When we first, that was, my best friend from just about when we first met. She was there when I was going through, family trouble and everything. We hung out together, everything, and then all of a sudden one day I'm out at the nightclub and I'm drinking. All of a sudden I get a phone call from her and she crying boo-hoo and stuff, and I'm like, what's wrong? But I can't too much hear because I'm in the nightclub. So I'll tell her I'm on my way. I go down there, I'm basically consoling her, but in the process of her telling me the story, I'm falling asleep because I'm basically tipsy. And so when I just happened to wake up and she, face to face with me while I'm on the couch passed out. And so, I'm like, tossed her off of me, called my sister. Well, she called the police, tell the police that I'm calling girls a jumper, yada, yada, yada.
That night?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Back up, because I missed something. She was coming on to you 1 minute.
No, when I had woke up during the process of her actually sitting on my lap.
Just sitting on your lap?
No. Well, her clothes was...
You got pregnant sitting on his lap?
I guess so.
Her clothes were down and my clothes, she had somehow worked mine down enough. And I wake up and she's sitting on me face first, facing me like this.
Man, you amazing. Go ahead, sir.
That's why I don't drink dark liquor no more.
I got you, sir.
Never drink Hennessy again.
So you're suggesting you were unconscious and she got on top of you and you impregnated her. And then you called the police or she called the police?
She called them.
And said what?
That I was trying to get some girls a jumper.
All right. Where do you think that came from?
Because I called my sister to fight her because I wake up and she's actually straddled on me. We'd never had sex before that or nothing.
Right, but she raped you. You believe she raped you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let me see your police report. So you didn't go to the police?
Oh, I called the police and told them that I had just, I just got raped. They basically laughed at me and hung up the phone.
Like everybody else did?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right, ma'am. You say he was attentive. Did you stop after the baby was delivered? And if so, why?
Well, it basically came to the point where she's saying if I ain't gonna be with her, don't worry about seeing the child. And she actually held on to it.
Okay, so she denied you access to the child.
Sir.
That's what you're saying?
She called me here and there and say can he spend a night?
Do I call you or do your son call you? Because I don't say anything to you.
She will have my son call me.
Your son will call you on his own.
How you know she has him call?
Because half the time when you can hear her in the background, he turned right around to her.
What does she say in the background?
He said that I can come and spend the night. She's talking about, well, you ain't spending the night this weekend, or you ain't doing this, or you ain't doing that. And this been going on for years.
Okay. You never pursued visitation custody?
Yes, sir. But for some reason, I got denied 7 times.
Once again, they laughed at you?
No, sir. I denied 7 times. They said
7 times.
Said she
Did
told them
they give you a reason?
Something she had told them. They wouldn't actually give me a basic reason.
Out of 7 times, give me one.
Oh, they basically just, I went into court, they basically hit the gavel and told me it was basically up to the mother.
They told you 7 times. So one time, can you remember why you were denied visitation or joint custody with your son?
Because of the police reports that she had been filing, the
What
false
were
police
they?
reports. She said I put my hands on her,
okay.
All kind of stuff.
Did you all ever go to trial for a custody dispute?
Your Honor, we have not went to trial for a custody dispute. The police were not involved for us fighting or none of that.
So
I don't even know what
just
he's
making
talking
this
about.
up?
Yes, I don't even know what he's talking about. That's why I'm just looking at him like, really?
All right.
Where's the police reports? Where's all the 7 files of trying to get custody and all of this? Where's all of that at? Please and thank you.
Please.
All right. Well, how much is your monthly child support?
$292.
$292, and you're all caught up?
No, sir, I'm paying.
How far are you behind?
I think like 9,000.
Why?
Well, at the time when she had first had my son, and I was driving school buses for a bus company.
When?
She had lost her apartment. I let her and my son come and stay at my apartment. I never knew I was on child support or anything till at the bus company when I go to take my actual CDL test, and they took my
How long did they
license.
live with you?
Well, I let her keep the apartment after I think like 2 months
live
or
with
something
you
like that.
in the
2
same
months.
household.
About 3 months.
We never actually lived with him. I had got an apartment on my own. He was living with me and my son. I took my name off of the lease because we were about to get evicted. I was through Metropolitan. You can look all of that up if you need to, young man. Your Honor. Sorry about that.
You said it right.
Sorry about that.
You said it right, young man.
Yeah, you like that.
I had some other young ladies in here, remember? Yeah. They had written to each other talking about coming on the show, talking about, yeah, you going on there to that old man, Judge Mathis, to that cute old man, Judge Mathis. At least he called me cute, but I'm an old man now. I guess having 17 years on there, you become an old man. Yeah. Go ahead. So you call me young. I like that about you.
Okay, amen. When we got evicted, we ended up staying with a family member of his, and stuff got hectic between me and him. That was the final straw as far as us breaking up. We were together when Sean was a baby from up until 2 years old. I took care of him. He quit his job because I took care of him. I was his sugar mama. I don't give a care what he's talking about. You can ask my mama.
He was a scrub? Is that what you
Yes, he was a scrub. I took care of him.
A scrub living
He never
off
had a
women?
job, CDLs or none of that. I don't know what he's talking about. From the time that...
A bum? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, hey man.
That's possible.
Your counterclaim for emotional distress, and you've also petitioned for a paternity test after paying all that child support. You don't want your money back? Because you say you paid some, right?
Oh, no, sir, I want the money back. I just want to know for
Even
sure.
if it's not your child.
Oh, hopefully it is mine.
Oh, hopefully.
Yes,
you don't
sir.
know?
Once a mama tell me so many times that it's not my child when she mad.
She told you it wasn't
yes,
a child?
Yes, sir, on
child.
numerous occasions, numerous.
Now, how does she cause you emotional distress?
Well, I done been to jail for my life.
You should be. And you're going back to jail for not paying your child support here.
Well, how am I?
Go ahead.
Well, I fell out with family members over her.
How does she cause you to fall out with your family members?
Because my family members, basically telling me everything about her, but I'm not believing it to the point where.
For that, you want $5,000 out your son's mouth. That's where that $5,000 is gonna come from. That's gonna come out your son's mouth. But he's not sure if it's his son. Let's see if it's his son.
I'm not denying it.
Pardon me?
I'm not denying it at all.
My son actually wanted to meet you.
Where is it?
He's in the back and he wrote a letter to his dad telling him how he felt.
Let me see that. In fact, I'll bring him back into my chambers and
Yeah,
talk,
because he
and
a
talk
trip.
with him.
He gonna ask you for some food too. He got mad because I ain't had chicken teriyaki Subway. He talking about, mama, what is this? Like, he's high maintenance. He's 10, he's growing.
I feel ashamed because you didn't text me on my birthday. I had to text you on my birthday because I thought you forgot about my birthday and you asked me for a birthday present on your birthday. And you also asked me why didn't I call you on your birthday. You don't call or text me on my birthday. And plus, I forgot when your birthday is because you don't come around enough. And you said you would get me some shoes. Do I have shoes from you? No. I have one pair of shoes, and you got me them when I was like 7 months. And you said you put some money on the card. There was no money, and then you said my mom probably used it all. She doesn't never lie to me about money. And you also saying mean words to me and my mom. That's why I feel ashamed. All right. And he is the father.
Amen.
You can have that, take it down to child support, they're gonna put him in jail. Or give him 30,
And I'm not even
30
trying to
days
be-
to get a job. And if he gets a job in 30 days or 90, depends on the judge, how lenient the judge wants to be. And then the judge will determine whether they wanna just take 25% of your check when you start working, or if the judge doesn't feel you're making an earnest attempt to go to work and you owe over $10,000, she says 11, and the judge will lock you up. Judgment for the plaintiff, yours is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you.
They're gonna have you bring your son back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, hopefully your dad, whatever you don't like, he said, I'm sorry, or he shows you that he's sorry. It's better that people show you than to just say it. And then you can forgive him, right?
Yes.
All right, that's what I want you to do. If you'll forgive anybody else, Dad should be the #1 person, all right?
Yes.
I knew his mama told him to write it.
I told you to write what?
The letter.
Of what? How you felt, or I told you to write exactly that?
How I felt.
Oh, okay.
I want to go back over his house and stuff.
You can come back anytime you want to.
But I just, if y'all like argue, then I can't see like my whole family and stuff.
So you want to go over your dad's house? Is that what you're saying? That's fine.
Yes.
Okay.